Yo, this is your girl, Isis Wisdom of Elevated Radio.fm on IG Live. What's happening with y'all tonight? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Listen, I know you guys haven't seen me in a minute. You know, I've been chilling. I've been taking a break. I've been catching up on rest and just working on myself. And 1 month and no news. January 6th is the last time I was on. Yeah, man, I had to take a break, man. I had to step away because, you know, when you get on these lives and you got a bunch of people listening to you all the time, they pull the energy from you, and you got to take consideration. You know, I'm live in like 4 different locations at once, and all these locations have like thousands of followers, so it pulls a lot of energy from you, and I was going like hard body. I had Clubhouse on, Instagram, YouTube, Spreaker, now I'm on Telegram. It's crazy right now. And just so you guys know, that Telegram's over there popping. If you guys haven't got a chance to check out the Telegram, I'm going to tell you again. And I'm going to keep on telling you. Y'all need to take your asses over to that Telegram channel because it's off the chain over there. Okay? It is off the chain. No censoring. Okay? Like, no censoring. And it's very community oriented. People contribute. People share. We have dope discussions like on the voice lives. They're not recorded though, so it's like similar to Clubhouse in that sense where it's not being recorded, okay? But we have some really dope discussions. I got the channel, but then I got like 6 other groups, like individual groups of people that specialize in specific things, you know? So you guys really should come over there and, you know, be a part of it. All you gotta do is just log on to the link in my bio, the link tree in the bio, and scroll the way up to the top, you know what I'm saying? And click my Telegram channel and click it. It'll take you right in there. Okay. But, I'm really feeling really good. I feel very well rested. You know, I've been on clown time. Everybody knows what the Telegram. I've been over there clowning like crazy. And I just want to let you guys know, I'm just giving a little bit of my energy until Sunday, because Sunday is really going to be like the big thing when I do the 2021 predictions part 1. I'm going to do 2021 predictions part 1 and then 2021 predictions part 2 in June. Okay. But that part 1 is something else, you know, so I can't wait to talk to y'all about that. So I just want to let you say hi, y'all. How y'all doing, babies? Y'all doing good? All right. So we're going to talk about a few things tonight that has come to my mind that I want to bring to y'all attention. Just a lot of information has been bombarding me, and I've been getting a lot of downloads, and I just want to kind of get that out. And I'm going to share that information with you. But in the meantime, between time, we're going to go ahead and play my normal song that I like to rock out because y'all like the song. We're going to play that while I mute all these notifications that I thought I muted prior to this show starting. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into it. And I want to say this. I want to bring you guys live on this show via Instagram tonight. So we're going to have a discussion about male and female relationships tonight. That's what we're going to talk about. Okay? So I want to bring you guys into this live so we can have a real discussion about these things. Okay? Y'all missed it when I talked about it on my Telegram, but now I'm going to bring it to the gram, and I'm going to get you guys' opinions. So don't be afraid to come on board and state your opinions about things. You know, I want to have a real conversation, a real dialogue. And for some of you guys that already know me, that's getting to know me on Telegram, you know, chat with me. Get on here, make yourself live, put in a request in so I can bring you in so we can chop it up. You said you knew it. What up, my Star Seed? What up, fam? Jay Mars, what's going on, fam? Just as Jenkins, what's going on? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get to rocking it. and we gonna come back and we gonna rock it on out, baby. Y'all know that's my jam. That's my jam. That is my jam right there. What's happening, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? All right, so I saw some comments about you guys mentioning about you being tired, so I want to touch on that real quick. So used to Telegram, forgot what the IG Live was like. That's funny as hell. I want to touch on a couple things real fast, though. For the people that are experiencing the tired symptoms, not having any energy, I'm telling you what's going to help you out with that. You guys got to stop. Don't do no drinking. Don't drink any alcohol. I'm trying to tell you, don't drink any alcohol. That's number one. Number two, you got to come up off that meat, because there is plasma raining down on the planet right now, even as we speak. Okay? This is very real. All right, I've been doing some studying and some research about this plasma and found out some more information about what's going on. And I want to say to you guys that this is not a joke. This is not a game. If you are doing any of these things, go light for a while, for a few days, and notice if your energy picks back up. If you have vitamins, start taking your vitamins, okay? But go light for a few days and notice the difference between when you're eating something heavy versus when you're not. Try to eat as light as you possibly can, and you'll notice that starts to subside and go away. Listen to your body, okay? A lot of people don't listen to their body, and they go against it all the time. Stop going against your body. Start listening to it. Right now, you got to be as light as a feather right now with the changes that are coming about. And see, the thing is about this plasma is that it is changing the entire molecular structure of the planet. That means that we're changing, the plant's changing, the animals are changing. Also, what it also means is that the worlds are merging. The spirit realm and the earthen realm, they are merging together. Okay? They are merging. So some of you guys are probably already starting to see a lot of stuff that you've never seen before. Okay, if you see anything in the sky, or even on buildings, because this is how serious it's getting. It's on buildings now. Like, you guys can see this stuff connecting from different buildings to buildings. That's how serious it is. Okay? Those energies that you're looking at are actually living beings. Okay? Those are plasma beings that you're looking at. They're organisms. All right? So, if the frequency isn't matching Earth's frequency, and right now I just discovered again, recently within like the last 24 hours, the Schumann resonance has been off the chain. Make sure that you're eating as light as you possibly can. Just get a lot of green in. Okay? Get a lot of green in. Get a lot of fruits in. Get a lot of natural squeezed juices in if you can. Okay? Stay away from the processed foods. Stay away from sugar. Stay away from anything that's going to make your body acidic. Stay away from it. And when you do that, do it for about 3-4 days and notice how much energy you have. Notice how much you're feeling better. Okay? From that point on, that should tell you, okay, let me listen to my body and let me not move against it. Man, I messed around and had a shot of some Jack Daniels honey and some orange juice one day. Oh my God. I was sick for 2 hours. Okay? That was the first time I had a drink, God knows how long. And I decided to have just a little taste of it and some orange juice, and that shit put me under. Okay? That doesn't put me under on a good day. All right? So just that little bit of stuff that I drank put my body through so many changes that I literally had to go lay down. Okay? It completely lowered the frequency. My stomach started hurting. My body started hurting. I said, oh, hell no. I'll never do that again. So it's to the point now where I can't even drink alcohol. I can't drink it. Okay? I just wanted to dip and dab and try to see if I could, you know what I'm saying? Try to get a little swig in real quick just on some, they said Jack Daniels. It was some Jack Daniels honey. I had it sitting in the damn, I mean, can I have some of it? Yeah, so I did that, played myself, okay? Won't ever do that again. Won't do it again. All right, lesson learned. I'm done. That's it. So it's straight water, it's straight alkaline water or distilled water, fruits, a lot of fruits, vegetables, sea moss, herbs, okay, green leafy plants. There's a lot of that going on right now, okay? A little bit of pasta, a little bit of pasta, a little bit of rice, okay? But you could do meat alternatives. Do like, get some meat, get some pea meat. Meat that is made from peas. You know what I'm saying? Do something like that. Meat that's made from mushrooms. You know, you can look online and look for some different recipes with mushrooms. You could do things like that. Okay? But I can't do it, fam. That was it. That was the end of that. That kicked my butt. So, yeah, you could do spring water. You could do spring water as long as you're getting a lot of spring water. Get a lot of water in you. Get the spirulina. That's it, sis. So that's what you guys need to be doing. So pay attention. Just test your body for a period of time. Give it about 3 or 4 days, and you'll notice how you got a lot of energy. Now I'm bouncing off the walls now. Okay? I'm really happy about that, but I also know that I got to pace everything out because now I got another platform that has a lot of people on that platform, and I have to pace my energy out even with me creating that new platform. And the only reason why I did it is because Instagram censors. So that's the only reason why I did it. But if you want to get the stuff that I can't talk about here, you're going to have to go to Telegram to get it. All right? So I'm giving you a different platform where you can get the hardcore stuff that I normally can't talk about here. A gallon a day. Boom. Your appetite's going down dramatically, so is mine. Yes. You prefer it here? Well, I'm not going to leave from here. But what I'm saying is that I can't see certain things you're just going to miss. Because I can't talk about certain things here. That's all. Yes, and lemons and limes. That is correct. You're falling asleep. You can't watch it live. It's okay, baby. But work on your diet. Sleep has been terrible. You've been so tired. Okay, so now you know what time it is. Now, let's get into what I really want to discuss today. What I really want to discuss today. And that is male and female relationships and how they relate to one another. And I got to tell you, I got a chance to witness some things on my Telegram channel that kind of had me in shock a little bit. And I said to myself, there's a lot of women out here that are single, right? A lot of women out here that are single. And what I want to do is participate in the process of healing people, okay? And in that arena. I'm not going to make it a specialty or anything like that. I'm not going to put that kind of time into it. But I am going to bring this subject up from time to time because I feel like it's something that needs to be discussed. Okay? She said, oh, goody. And so I want to talk about, some of you women about to get mad at me and some of the dudes, you about to get mad at me, but I'm going to have to go ahead and come real because somebody has to do it. Somebody has to do it. And you guys know that I don't have no problems speaking very real and factual things when it comes to us. All right, so if you're here to take things personal, you might want to go ahead and get up off the live right now because some of y'all ain't going to like what I got to say, but it needs to be said because you have to take the time out to look at how you've been moving. And all this stuff, and all this really stems from self-love. That's where all this stuff stems from right off the rip. Okay. Oh, I see y'all getting up on here to raise your hand up on here. I see some people up here getting their hands raised now. All right, so I want to talk about this thing called respect. Because it seems to be a thing that has literally completely went out the window on both sides, both men and women. Respect. And it is so common to be disrespectful to one another that you don't even realize that's what you're doing until somebody calls you on your shit. And then when they call you out on your shit, you're shocked. That's because you've been getting away with a lot of bullshit. And nobody took the time out to check you. Now, let me just say this one thing. Both men and women. If you have a partner or you have somebody that you care about and this person disrespects you in any way, it is your responsibility to open up your mouth and tell them that you feel disrespected. Don't be walking around here all up in your feelings, not communicating, expecting that person to know that they disrespected you, and then you ain't telling them, hey, look, this hurt my feelings. Let me tell y'all something. There's too many women not in their divine feminine, okay? And there's too many men not in their divine masculine. Y'all got this shit all twisted up and confused and whatnot. You've been watching too much television, and you've been tuning into too much social media, and they got the game twisted, got your head all twisted up, okay? See, in my era, when I was growing up, we had this thing called respect for one another. If we had an issue, we sat down, we had a conversation, we worked it out. You know what I see happening with people nowadays? First issue that comes up, let me throw this person away. Let me not talk to this person. Some childish, immature shit. See, a person that thinks like that, their mind ain't together. That means they're not supposed to be in a relationship, and then they wonder why they're not in a relationship. Well, you're not in a relationship because you're not mature enough to have one. Because if that's the first thing that comes to your mind when you experience any type of hardship with somebody that you care about, if that's the very first thing that comes to your mind, you do not deserve a relationship. And let me say this, you women, you're going to keep on playing these silly ass games with these men out here, and you're going to find yourself alone. And you're going to find yourself dying alone. Because you have a disillusion of sense of self about who you think you are. And the truth of the matter is, you may not be looking at yourself in the proper perspective. Because see, here's the thing. You don't see how everybody else sees you. You don't see that. You just see how you see yourself. How you see yourself is one way. How the world sees you is something totally different. And that is something that you're going to have to be consciously aware of on a daily. Now, to the men, let me just say this. You got to grow up and stop lying to these women. Okay? You got to stop lying to these women. Because that's another sign of immaturity. You should be man enough to tell the truth. Because see, you take away the woman's right to choose about anything when you lie to her. When you can't keep it 100. And if you can't keep it 100, then you don't qualify to be with that woman. Period. Because see, I'm going to tell you about women. If a woman doesn't trust your vision, she's not going to respect you. And she can't trust your vision if you're so busy lying and being careless and being reckless. Period. Don't say that you're going to do one thing and then you turn around and you do the exact opposite. That shows me and any other woman out here, you can't even make a commitment to yourself, let alone you being able to make a commitment to me or any other woman out here. Be 100 all the way across the board, because you don't know what a woman will deal with or what she'll accept or what she might be into. That's the truth. You don't know. And you're not going to know until you sit down and you have a conversation with her. Now, let me say this one thing. For those of you that are interested in actually being in a real relationship, I didn't say situationship. Okay, this is why our community is jacked the hell up. Got too many baby mamas running around here and baby daddies running around here. That's not healthy. That's not healthy for the children. Because ain't no single man that ain't got no kids gonna want to be with a woman who got baggage that ain't his. Period. I don't care how much money he making. I don't care how much money he's making. He could be a 7-figure dude. And let me just say this: you ain't gonna get that dude no way. But nonetheless, you ain't even gonna get the 6-figure dude. So let me go ahead and break it on down to you and bring it down to about the $40,000 to $50,000 dude. Let me break it down in that range. You ain't gonna get his ass. Okay? You ain't even gonna get that. There's too many people that are accepting things that are beneath them for whatever reason. That situation has to change, because the direction that we're going as a people in general, there are some systemic situations that's going on within our community that we must take the time out to correct. And the only way you're going to be able to correct it is by sitting down and having a conversation to find out what this person is on both sides of the coin. So for the dudes, when you sit down and if your intention is that you are looking for somebody that you can marry, okay, when that woman has that conversation with you, you need to bring that up in conversation. It's not that she's thinking right off the rip, and it's not that you're saying you're looking to marry that individual. You're letting them know the level of seriousness that you're on, so now she has the ability to be able to gauge how far she can take it with you if she's not on that tight time. Vice versa for the women, okay? Vice versa. Y'all gotta let these men know what you're on. Don't be out here on no confused bullshit. Oh, I just, I don't want to commit and everything, but at the same time, I would like to have somebody in my life. Ain't no such thing as a part-time dude. This is what's been destroying our community. A lot of this has a lot to do with the fact that nobody really wants to put any real work. Because see, relationships are real work. Relationships are work. A lot of work. Some of y'all threw away good relationships that you had in your life because you thought there was something out here better. You thought the grass is greener on the other side. And I'm going to tell y'all something. If you seriously think that you got all the time in the world to play that game, you're going to find out very quickly that you really don't have that kind of time. Period. You don't have that kind of time. The universe is only going to give you so many chances when it comes to that type of commitment. Now, if you're a fly-by-nighter for real, and you don't plan on settling down, then let that be known that that's what you're on. That you are a fly-by-nighter and you don't plan on settling down for shit. Let it be known that's what you're on. But all this confusion, I think I might want to, but not really. Well, I kind of want somebody around, but then I don't really want them around. All that, miss me. And miss the people that you're playing that game with. And that's fine. If some people don't want to be married, that needs to be stated. That's not what they want. And let me tell y'all something, women. If you come across a man that says that they don't want to be married, exit stage left if that's what you're on. Don't get into a relationship with a guy because he's got some swag, because he smells good. He may have a little bit of money, but the man sit up here and tells you that he doesn't want to get into a marriage with you. Let me tell you what he's really telling you. You're not worthy for him to put the ring on the finger. And he's not going to tell you that. He's going to show you that. Okay? He's going to show you that. Don't go out here believing these damn waterfalls, chasing these waterfalls and these goddamn fake ass pipe dreams and shit. A man gets with you, and that man ain't trying to marry your ass, and he ain't talking about marrying you. If he ain't went and took your ass to the damn ring shop, hell, could have took your ass to the pawn shop. I don't give a damn. If that man ain't talking about that tight time and ain't showing you and ain't backing up with his actions, guess what? He don't want to do that with you, because a man is going to know who he really wants to settle down with. He's going to know that. He's going to know who he really wants to commit to. He's keeping his options open. And women, you're doing too much shit out here. You playing wife with a dude, you giving him wife benefits without being the wife. And then act heartbroken when he jumps to the next woman and marries her and didn't marry you. It's not that marriage is a whole scam for men. I'm going to tell you what it is. What it is that there's a lot of women out here that are in their divine masculine entirely too much. Y'all in your divine masculine too much. And don't no man want to be with another man. Okay? Unless that's his preference. And if that's the case, he's going to be with that man. He ain't going to be with a woman acting like a man. Okay? You got to learn how to get back into your creative center and get back into your creative self and know how to communicate to them when they're speaking to you. The tone needs to be a certain way. You don't need to go out here and be all loud and trying to boss up on him and stuff like that. That ain't cool. You think a dude going to want to be married to that? Hell no. Hell no. At the same time, let me go ahead and shift it a little bit to these dudes out here. That whole lying thing y'all got going on, that's like the worst shit you could do ever to a woman is lie to her. Ain't no respect, bro. Ain't nothing going on there. And see, the one thing I know about relationships, you could have cheated on your wife or your girlfriend, right? You could have did that. But the thing that's going to keep it together is the fact that you guys have respect for one another. Okay? You could have made a mistake and slipped up. It happens. You know what I'm saying? But the issue is about respect. Meaning, don't take your stupid ass out here and go on down the damn block or go 2 blocks over from where your wife or your girl lives at and start humping on some chick over there. Okay, taking her out on the town and all that kind of crazy ignorant ass shit. Don't be doing that. You feel me? Don't be doing that. There has to be respect and there has to be open lines of communication. If you're a polygamist, let that be known that's what you're on. And be able to back it up as a man. Be able to back it up. Don't be on this because of sexual reasons. Be on this because you're trying to build a community. Don't be childish about it. Because to be a polygamist is grown folk shit. That's community building. That's on a whole nother level if that's what you're on. If you can't keep it in, then say, look, I'm not ready to settle down right now. I want to be out here and I want to be single. That way I can run up in anybody that I want to run up in and not have to worry about the repercussions behind that. But you got to be 100 with the women at all times. And if you're going to get with the woman, you got to be in your divine masculine. You got to be a provider, bro. You can't be the dude up here trying to live off a woman. I ain't got no respect for no dude like that. You got to be able to show that you can hold your own. And women don't get with a man that you see can't hold his own. Period. Don't be out here paying their bills and shit. Because you ain't his mother. And dudes don't like to be mothered. A real man does not like a woman to mother him. Stay in your position. If you're his queen, then act like his queen, but do not act like his mother. Okay? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about it today. Dudes good for living off their Section 8. Well, first of all... Listen, nobody can do what a woman doesn't allow them to do. Boundaries have to be set in motion. And that's in every aspect of relationships, period. Boundaries have to be set in motion. I don't care if you're in a platonic friendship with someone, if you're in a business friendship with someone, if you're in a relationship with someone, you got to learn how to set boundaries for yourself. You have to. It's called protecting your energy and loving yourself first. Because if a man sees that you love yourself, ladies, he's going to love you. And so everybody else around you. But if he sees that you don't love yourself, by allowing him to run over you, and by you allowing other people to run over you, he's not going to respect you. Period. And neither will anybody else around you. So your inner world affects your outer world. You got to take care of yourself first. Set boundaries. People will try to run you over. That's on both sides. You set the boundaries so they understand there's a consequence behind that action. Cause and effect. They need to know that they're going to feel that heat should they cross that boundary. And if they have respect for you, they won't cross the boundary. And that's how you'll be able to tell whether this person really cares about you or they don't. In general, that's in friendships, business relationships, the whole nine. You come across a dude, ladies, that's constantly lying to you and dead in your face, and you know he's lying to you, extra stays left off of him because he's clearly showing you that he's not mature enough to handle you. He's still childish. He still ain't grew up in certain areas of his life. You ain't even got to be loud about it. Sometimes you got to put them on ice. Just put them on ice. Let them sit back and think about their own actions. I'm in my divine feminine. If someone disrespects me like that, they go on ice. They don't hear from me. I'm not calling you. You're not calling me. I'm not answering your phone. I'm not bossing up on you. I'm not cussing you out. I'm not raising my voice to you. I'm not doing any of that. Because you know what you did. In that particular case, I'm putting you on ice. I'm in my divine feminine. Freeze. Exactly. And then when he gets himself together and shakes himself off, and if you just happen to be available when he decides to get himself together, then he'll know, I can't come at her that way. I got to come at her a whole different kind of way. If he cares about you, he's going to clean his life up. If he doesn't care about you, he's going to keep doing the same shit he's been doing, but he's not going to pursue you because he know he ain't shit. That's the truth. And don't go chasing after dudes that ain't shit. I don't care how much money he make. I don't care how fine he is. I don't care how good the conversation is. I don't care how good the connection is. I don't care about that. And you shouldn't either. I always tell people all the time, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Don't do this. Okay, well, he just disrespecting the shit out of me, but I'm just going to bypass that part right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm start and all this over here. Then when he goes and does the ultimate disrespect, oh my God, he's the worst man in life. He's a bastard. Oh my God, he's the devil and blah, 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 blah. No, we're not going to play those games because 9 times out of 10, that man already showed you what he was about from day one. And you chose to stay in that damn relationship because your ass was lonely and probably desperate. Period. Now we're going to talk about it. If you got any self-love for yourself whatsoever, you will start setting boundaries and men will start respecting you. But there needs to be a conversation that's had where you're able to discern whether or not this person is even on the tight time that you need to be in. The reason why I'm pushing for marriage, ladies and gentlemen, is real simple. It ain't cool for you to have children out here in wedlock and have other men take care of your kids. If you're lucky enough to find one that'll help you take care of your kids. Because see, here's the other part of the game that you ain't thinking about. Let's say you're a single mom. You got 2 kids, right? God forbid you're a single mom that's got 2 baby daddies. Because that just looks even more crazier. You don't have the right to have these outstanding expectations of a man who doesn't have kids, okay? As far as you getting access to his money, how much money he makes, none of that type of shit. You ain't got no business in that regard. Because see, you already got an already made family. And off the rip, what you're not thinking about is, well, can I discipline these kids? No, most women are not going to allow that to happen. Some will, but some won't. A lot of them you won't. Oh, no, you ain't touching my kids, honey. We ain't playing them damn games. You think that man going to want to be around a bunch of goddamn babies that he can't discipline? Those kids ain't his? And you got the nerve to have a damn expectation about what you want from a man, and he need to be doing this, and he need to be making that, and he needs to be doing this, that, and the third. But he looking at you like, well, I mean, first of all, it's going to cost me 3 times the amount of money that it would cost me to take my own stuff out to eat. And then you got the nerve to have the attitude to go with it because you think you cute. You're a fun girl. That's what you are. You're a fun girl. Especially if you're cute. You're a fun girl. Let's do the statistics to see how many men are marrying women that's got children out of wedlock. Do the stats on that. Okay? Get your shit together. If you have the ability to work it out with the children's father, try to work it out with them if you have the ability to do so. If you have the ability to do so. If you don't have the ability to do so, have some humility about yourself and where you really are in life. Don't be walking around here listening to TLC Scrubs and all these other damn people that's putting up Beyonce and shit. Who's married? Who's married? Okay? Don't be out here listening to individuals that's already married and then sailed off into the sunset with their husbands and they straight, but they sit up here spitting bullshit to you while they still married to their husbands and still good to go. And let me just say this one thing. Ladies, if you got a man in your life, get rid of your single friends. Kick their asses to the curb. Be like, Lord, I love you and everything, but I'll holler back. Because I can't have that energy around my family right now. I'll holler back. You got to make some grown woman decisions. Okay? You need to get some friends that are already married. Or friends that, if you got a boyfriend, if it's a fiance type situation, boyfriend, girlfriend situation, then your friends should be couples and shit. That's how that needs to go. Just in case y'all didn't know how that works. Because some of y'all be messing yourselves up. Listen to your damn single ass friends that ain't got no damn man in their life telling you what you should and shouldn't put up with. Meanwhile, them same damn friends are probably whispering in that nigga ear, winking at him and shit, sending them side text messages you don't know nothing about. Okay? Waiting for your union to fall apart. Am I lying? Am I lying? Let me know if I'm lying. They gotta go. Like, girl, you know I love you to death and everything. They say, remember, you know how you want to get a relationship? They say, oh, you acting funny. Oh, you acting real funny. No, you just don't have a man, sweetheart. That's all that's going on, baby. It's not that I'm acting funny. You just don't have nobody in your life. See, what you're seeing is you're seeing me happy. You're seeing me happy in a different way. You perceive that to be acting funny. But really what it is that you don't have somebody in your life that makes you feel the way this person makes me feel. So it's not that I'm acting funny, honey. I'm trying to protect what's mine's. No disrespect to you or anything like that. But I'm trying to protect what's mine's. Okay? You literally going through this? Well, look, I want to bring some people in. We're going to have a discussion. Let me see who's on the live right here. Now, listen, when I bring your asses in, don't talk to me about nothing other than what the subject matter is about. Okay? I don't want to talk about nothing other than what the subject matter is about. So I'm going to bring in Adina. Adina, come on in, baby. Come on in. Let's see if you got something to say. Unless you over there listening. And also, don't put in a request to talk to me if you ain't going to get on live to talk to me. Because I need people that are actually going to get on live and actually talk to me. I ain't talking about none of that. I ain't talking about none of that stuff. I ain't talking about none of that. All right. Let me bring in Echo Addicts. Echo Addicts, what's up, sis? Come on in. Let's see if she's going to come in. You coming in, sis? We're talking about men and male and female relationships is what we're talking about. Jay Marge, come on in, baby girl. If you could come in. Y'all let me know if you're having okay. I just want to make sure people can get in.
Hey, Mom.
She called you?
Hey, Mama, how are you?
Hey, we was just coming in the house. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. You been listening to the call?
Oh my goodness, yes. And everything you're saying is on point. Merly, say hi.
Hey, how are you?
Yes, everything. You always on point though. I mean, when are you ever wrong? But hold this. Thank you.
I got it.
You got it? Yeah. So yeah, Ma. When are you ever wrong? I mean, what do you want to talk about? We got a lot to say.
No, I'm just saying, what is your perspective about relationships nowadays in terms of men and women? I mean, I know what your situation is. You know, what kind of advice would you give with the situation that you're currently under right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as relationships are concerned, you know, I was just talking about how the women are very disillusional. I was talking about the men and how they lie a lot. You know, and what we want to do is we want to get better with communication, start healing ourselves, and things of that nature. So I just wanted you to share a little piece of whatever that has happened in your life.
Communication is definitely key. If you don't have communication with your partner, there's no point in being with that person at all. I've been with.
And how do you?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, I was just saying that I've been.
Give that to them.
Yeah,
Hold on, they waiting for this. Let me give this to them. Like what she's trying to say, basically. Hold on. She's gonna tell you right now because I have so much to say about this situation right here. Hold on. She's giving them. Who's ready for you, Ma? Hold on. No.
Hurry up. Gotta get the next caller.
But like, if you don't have communication with your partner, then there's no point in being with that person. Like, I've been with mine for 8 years, and I mean, I have 2 children with him, and I have an older child from a previous relationship, and I have 2 children with him. And now we on a little rocky path, but hopefully we'll get over that hump. But communication definitely is key, and if you don't have trust and honesty and communication with that person, then there's no point in being with that person ever.
Exactly. And
Right.
if the person can't be honest 100%, then there's definitely no point. Like my situation, I can only deal with an honest person. And to be honest with you, the person I deal with has been honest. Anything I've ever asked, I get the truth. I don't ask questions though, because I believe that if a person wants you to know something, they're going to tell you. I'm very open, I'm very honest, and without that, there is nothing. Honesty is what brings a relationship into the place where it needs to be, where you can tell a person anything about yourself. The problem is everybody's faking it and acting like one way when in reality it's a whole nother. Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
You're doing too much.
There's a whole lot.
There's
a whole lot of that going on. There's a whole lot of that going on right now where people are not being 100.
Exactly.
I thank you so much for sharing your perspective, sweetheart.
And there's so much more to say, but we was running in the house. We got the kids waiting for us. But you know, we love you. We love what you're doing. So much more.
Thank you.
But I know a lot of people want to talk.
Love you.
All right. Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye, baby.
Bye. Now you heard what those ladies said about being honest, being open and being honest. And they're getting exactly what they are asking for. The one lady said she's been with her man for 8 years. Okay, and she was lucky enough to find somebody that loved her when she already had another child involved. Okay, but that doesn't always happen for a lot of people. Honesty is definitely the key. You know, 90% of relationships fail in an effing train wreck. Did you know that? Hodge twins. Bring me in. I'm 16 years old and I have a lot to say. What the hell you got to say at 16 years old? The hell going on around here? You ain't even been out the womb good. You ain't been out the womb 16 years, fam. social media is definitely destroying relationships. Shooting info. Let me bring you in, baby. Bring you in, shooting info. Come on in, baby.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay. Hey, how are you? It's nice to talk to you. How you
Fine. How
doing?
are you?
I'm good. I love
Pretty
your
good.
life. Um,
Thank
I'm
you.
single and I choose to be single. Um, I know you said that, single friends. I'm like one of the best single friends a relationship person can have because I believe in relationship. I believe in marriage, but just not for me. Like I believe in having a partner for life. I just think marriage, that paper kind of make people change. So I
Hmm.
don't believe in like, the physical, like going down and getting married. But I do
Hmm.
believe in like, having finding your soulmate and being with that person for life.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been married before?
Yes, at 20 years old.
Okay. And so, how was your experience with that marriage?
He was older, and I'm gonna be honest with you. At 20, he had 80% of what I would have wanted in a man now. Um, he didn't want me to work. He wanted to take care of
Okay.
me, and that wasn't something I wanted. I wanted to explore my talents, start my business, and he wasn't supportive of that. He was a person who just wanted to be the provider. And then as I got older, I realized that that's not a bad thing, but I needed to find myself. At 20 years old, I think it was way too young.
Right, right. And it is at that age. You never figure out things like that until later on down the road. But let me ask you this: have you came across anybody since him that has wanted to
Well,
marry you since?
everybody I've ever been with wanted to marry me, but I have long relationships. My last relationship was 7 years, 7 years. But I'm
Okay.
honest with people. When I get into a relationship, I tell them I'm not looking for marriage, and honestly, I never wanted kids. So that becomes a problem for the guy after we're together for a while because they want to get married and they want kids. Like I have kind of a reverse role where and like I end up leaving because I'm like if that's what you want, I think that they deserve that, but that's not something I want. And a guy think that he could change your mind, and yeah, but I'm very
Now,
truthful.
let me ask you a question. And what role do you think that you're playing in right now?
No, you see, I don't think I'm playing in a masculine role though. The reason why I didn't want kids is because I always knew what this world was from a very young age. Like I know the evil that was in here, and I'm very protective of like my nieces and nephews. And
Mhm.
I never wanted to have that responsibility in this world with what's happening now. Like I feel like it's easier for me to be the person I am and to do what I need to do by myself. Like the choices I need to make, like if we have to defend ourselves or so forth, it's easier just me by myself than me with kids. I guess that's kind of selfish also.
I'm I'm glad you said it. I wasn't going to say it. I'm glad you said it.
I guess that's it's kind of selfish also. But that was just my like I don't know. That's just how I've
Are
always
you
been.
currently are you currently in a relationship right now?
No, actually, 2020, I decided, well, I haven't been in a relationship for the past 4 years because I don't want to be in one. I think I was doing a lot of shadow work for the past like 7 years, and
Uh-huh.
I'm very comfortable with myself. And with COVID happening and so forth, like the dating scene wasn't really what I wanted to be on. So it's
Hmm.
been very peaceful for me.
Okay.
I
How old are
I
you?
ignore the DMs, huh? I'm 44.
How old are you? You're
44.
34 or
No,
34?
44. No,
44.
44.
Okay.
Mhm.
44. And so you don't have anybody in your life. Do you think, let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Are you saying that you are now completely content with being a single woman, or are you still open to being in any kind of relationship at this point in time in your life at the age of 44?
I'm not looking for a relationship at this time. If it so happened that I'm by myself, I'm okay with that. Um,
Okay.
but I'm not also like like if the right person come along, I'm not gonna not be with that person if they're because I know exactly what I want now and what benefits me and what I'm capable of doing for my partner. So I'm very
Right.
much at
The
one with
reason why,
myself.
right. But I'm glad that you said that you were content with being by yourself, because the next question I was going to ask you is how much time do you think that you actually have as it pertains to a relationship if you decide to change your mind, let's say a year from now, okay, a year from now, 2 years from now, and you decide that you want to get into a relationship with someone. I just wanted to know from your perspective, I just want to hear how you see it. How much time do you actually think you have to be in another relationship, another serious relationship?
Well, honestly, all my relationships, I think I've had 4 relationships my entire life, 5 possibly,
Okay.
but it's happened very quickly for me. Like I usually, when I meet someone, the spark is there, and we get into a relationship like right away, and it lasts like my shortest relationship was 5 years.
Okay. Okay. So
So
you
if I,
so you're saying that you think that you have time.
yeah, I think even meeting someone at 55, 60, I just feel like when it's the right time and that right person, it'll happen. Like I feel like time is, time is an illusion. It's how we feel. It's, how the universe gonna guide us. So I don't really think that there's a time on anything. What's meant for me is gonna come to me.
Okay. All right then. Well, thank you for sharing your opinion with me. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. You have a great night.
You too, honey. Bye bye.
Okay.
Grand Rising Truth. I was thinking that same thing. Um, Now there is a situation where people can attract people at that age. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it really, the odds are very slim for women that are single at that age. It's much more slimmer for women at that age. I'm not saying it can't happen, it can. But the odds are much more slimmer. Getting together is one thing. Being in a committed relationship is another. Ah, she's a Scorpio. Well, first of all, someone said you see people making saying the terms relationship goals, but shit don't be like that. See, relationship, I wouldn't look at that as a goal, but I definitely would look at that as something. If you are trying to settle down and you want to have a family, make sure you're clear about the type of people I'm talking about here. If you are an individual that wants to settle down and have a relationship with someone, and you want to be married, and I'm also talking about fixing our community, okay? And I'm taking a holistic approach when it comes to fixing our community. If you are not part of the solution, then you are part of the problem when it comes to fixing our community, okay? What I'm talking about here is restoring the balance back into our community where we have healthy relationships, where we have healthy marriages, where we have children that are being raised by both mother and the father, which is something that's not happening in our community as much as it should, okay? And that is what my directive, and that is the whole point to this conversation as far as tonight in terms of what I'm on. I'm not looking to communicate with the individuals that are okay with the whole single life thing. I'm looking to communicate with the individuals that are looking to be in relationships, that are looking to settle down, that are looking to have children, okay? Those that are going to help assist in building up the community of our people in this country. Okay, there's a lot of young people on this live. I counsel young people all the time. And the one thing that I got to say, is somebody my age, somebody her age, the women that are in their 40s, we have to be the ones that sit down and start having real conversations with the women that are in their early 30s and 20s. You know, what we learned from the mistakes that we made when we was coming up. We need to sit down and have those conversations. Of course, you're going to have that conversation with your mama, but sometimes you don't want to hear that from your mama. You want to hear that from somebody else that's older, that has experience, okay? And we got to start sitting down and having these real conversations with these young women out here to find out exactly what it is that they want to do with their lives, so they don't fall into the same traps that we had fell into. The goal here is not to repeat the same cycles over and over and over and over again. We got to stop that. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Uh-oh, got some people coming up in here now. Let's see. Can I bring in Betty Cakes? Betty Cakes, if you on live, come on with me, baby girl. My Star Seed, I'm gonna bring you in, baby. Betty Cakes, are you there? Tree Gal, I'm gonna bring you in too, baby. All right, Betty Cakes ain't coming in. I'm only gonna keep that up for a short period of time, and then I'm gonna come off of there. Yeah, I gotta be ready. Okay, my Star Seed, I'm bringing you in now. Put your request in. If you'd like to share, put your request in and speak to me. Hey!
Peace, goddess. Great
How are
evening.
you?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. Thank you for bringing me on. I'm glad to see you. I was thinking of you today, and here you are.
See,
Spirit
look
was
at you,
like,
manifesting.
get your phone. She's coming. She's coming on tonight. So, Spirit definitely prepares your people before you arrive. I like that. Yeah, that's
So
how I
talk to me and talk about the lessons that we can all learn from the sister today. Share it with us.
I got you. I want to just bring up a different perspective, upbringing a little bit in the sense that as we move back to the whole union, like holistic, you mentioned holistic approach, and I'm all about that,
Okay.
right? Holistic approach of relationships. And a lot of us that woke up out of religion houses divine union to a degree, right? There's a lot of people mention like the marriage contract and the negatives of that and things like that. But we know what they took that from, and the what's positive about being in union in marriage, right? And we're talking from a spiritual perspective. And I think I just want to just state that out the gate, because as soon as a lot of us hear marriage, what were we sold? This contract and how binding it is, much like a birth certificate, things like that. Me personally, I took the righteous route first, right? And I've been married in the past. And I had no kids. Like, I hit my Saturn return, 28, was married, had no children in that marriage, in that union, right? But woke up out of a lot of the religious aspects of things. But because
Okay.
how you start is how you finish, because I started that union on that, church, Christ conscious, blessed. It ended as soon as I got to my, cooking magic and, started getting into my powers and things like that. The conscious levels were so far apart, right? And then going through that divorce by itself, I felt the energetic death drop from that, like, including a mortgage, so death note that my name was attached to, the marriage certificate I was attached to. So there was like a lot of energy snatching. Not to mention where, women are brought up and conditioned for marriage, right? These feminine roles and things like this that were attaching to marriage. And so in a sense, like my path went backwards. So after that, I was like, oh, forget this. I don't want to be married either anymore. So I feel what the last young lady was saying. I initially I wanted children, but I was not in a rush to have kids. If I didn't have them, it was okay, because I knew I wanted a certain environment, certain things to be in order and in place before I brought these kids. And, I was communicating.
Hold on for 1 second, honey. The time's getting ready to cut out. I'm going to come right back on Instagram. I don't want to cut you off. Returning back on